My name is Joe Finnegan. I am the high school band and orchestra teacher for DC Everest Senior High. I have been working with Heid music for many years, before I even came to DC Everest. When I was teaching at Lincoln High School in Manitowoc, I worked with Phil Hinn, and as I moved over here to the DC Everest community, switched gears and worked with some other great musicians from Heid music. It's been about I would say a 28-year relationship with Heid music. Making music, and not only just music, but good music, right? It's a difference. We have a lot of students that make music, and as they start at the beginning level, where I once was out at the middle school, I started 4 years with beginners. Heid music gives students great tools to become musicians and successful right away. The instruments that they provide function well, they work well, and they have a great policy with the students and families to help them to continue to be good musicians. As they move along, we all recognize the need to get into even a better instrument, and Heid music is right there to help them out along the way. My musical aspirations growing up. Oh, this one's gonna hurt because I hope my high school teacher does not hear this, but he was a great saxophone player, really good. And when he was in college, he played with some amazing groups. And he had the ability to recreate decades of sound on saxophone. He would be able to say, this is what it sounded like in the 50s, this is what it sounded like in the 60s. Unfortunately, he wasn't a great percussionist, and that was my area that I was growing in and going towards. So towards the end of my high school career, I was like, I can do this. I pursued music first as a vocalist, but then moved into instrumental music and found my passion there. I've had some great musical experiences, some that were peak moments. I remember in college playing a vibraphone solo, and I remember coming off the stage and I was just on cloud nine. I will not forget that feeling as performing at your best, and that just doesn't go away. I remember another opportunity with the Waterloo Cedar Falls Symphony that I was at a rehearsal and I did not come completely prepared. I had looked at the part, but I was not completely prepared, and I remember the director looked at me and said, "Do not come to rehearsal again unprepared." And I felt about 1 inch tall. That next week, I hit the practice room, and not only did I come prepared, I had it memorized. So when it got to that spot in the music, I remember it was a fast trip on a short train or something like that. It was an Adams piece. I looked right at him and I played that part, and at the end, he looked at me and he said, "Bravo." I will never forget that. There are so many musical stories that I have, starting from the beginning of my career in small town Schleswig, Iowa, to Garner, Iowa, to Manitowoc, to here at DC Everest. Now you'll find in music that great kids don't just start in the classroom. It starts well before that, because the families support music, they get behind it. You'll find that the kids that do well at even the high school and college level, it started back in the beginning level.
Let us help you find your melody at Heid Music.